Hi guys, welcome back to a video. I know it's been a long time, especially for me, but there's been a lot of things going on behind the scenes that I've been working on, so I've just kind of stepped away from the videos. But I am back and we are ready to get into this video and tell you how our store made $500,000 in sales so far this year. So I don't know if you guys can see like the little orb, but it's kind of cool. I don't know, I just noticed it, so like it's kind of weird that it's like right there. I don't know what light it's coming from, but that's kind of cool.
So yes, welcome to this channel. We're all about personal finance and small business investing. We really try to give you the ins and outs of opening your own business. If you're into anything like that and you'd like to support this small business, please hit the like button down below and consider subscribing if you ever are considering opening up a small business yourself or investing into your financial future.
So with everything going on the last year and a half to 2 years, it's really changed the industry and took the world by storm. And by that I mean it really changed the grocery industry, restaurant industry. But for us, we actually saw quite an impact in our sales. We went from like being, a new business to, expanding. We were growing. We were, growing at the pace that we kind of needed to be at, to when everything happened, we just got like, it was like a wave. Like we just got overloaded where we actually couldn't even keep up with everything that was going on, with like stocking shelves, getting product in. It was just so much all at once. So with that being said, we actually had to, figure out and kind of change the game a little bit for ourselves. Of course, we offered curbside pickup, but we actually realized like, our store, yeah, we've grown it, but we need to grow it even more. And that's when we realized, we have to up our game and just kind of get as much inventory as possible in the store. The more you have, the more people will spend. So that's something to always keep in mind when you actually have a business.
So we're happy to make this video and give you the honest inside scoop on what's really going on in here, and kind of keep you updated on what it's like really owning your own business. If any of you are ever curious, this probably gives you some of the inside lifestyle that you want to see, because it's not all sunshines and rainbows like I always tell people. I always kind of do an update video at the end of the year on where our sales stand, just to keep track for myself, let the channel know, and see if we're growing and what's improved, what we changed, and where we see the future really taking us with this business.
So with everything going on last year, I was actually really busy with gift baskets, and I was one man down on help, so I was really overwhelmed. And then I noticed that when we started the new year, I actually started gaining more basket orders throughout the year instead of just the Christmas season. So that is like something that has actually helped our sales as well, is our gift basket sales. Normally I was just busy with them more so throughout Christmas, and now I'm finding that I'm just always like pretty busy with them. Christmas obviously more busy than normal, but I get them all throughout the year now, and it's kind of nice because we've kind of made connections with certain customers, so they've been referring us to other people, and it's all about like just making those connections and having those customers come back as well. Give you a look. These are some of the baskets that I have done. Those are pre-made baskets. For Christmas, I'm already swamped with orders. It's pretty crazy, and I just keep getting more and more.
Can't have this on the counter. I mean, these are good for banana bread, but yeah. Let me get into this point right here. So as a business, you'll have your revenue, which is your total gross sales. And what I mean by that is every single penny that gets sold is considered your gross sales. Now, that doesn't mean that Felicia iterated. Felicia said that the store did $500,000, okay? But that doesn't mean that that's 500,000 that we keep or we split, or that's business profit and then we take off the top of that. That's our business sales up to this point. Now they will go up by the end of the year, probably to around 570. December's a crazy month, and that's where we're sitting at this point. Now, me showing you those bananas is a very good reflection on the amount of expenses we have in this business. Things like those and other things that expire and other things that simply don't sell become money that we lose. So that money comes right off of the top of the 500,000, and to be honest, there's quite a bit of it, because when you're working with perishables and fresh food, there's always things that don't sell fast enough, or there's always things that people want one week and they don't want the next. So you end up having a lot of leftover things that you can discount or donate, or we end up eating ourselves. So just know that there's the 500,000, and then there's a lot of expenses that come with that. So that is a good kind of way of starting off how many expenses come into play when you run a business like this. But it's just a very, very small fragment. So as many of you may know, this is a small store, so doing those sales isn't too bad. When there's only really 2 people working here, it ends up being a pretty comfortable living for Felicia and I. We do work a lot more hours than justifies our pay, so that's what we're trying to balance out, the amount we work with the pay, and then slowly bringing this work to less than maybe 60 hours a week, and this pay even higher. We have multiple videos on this channel that show you how much we make each, our personal salaries. We're very honest and open with how much we actually take home from this place, how much it makes, and where we expect to go in the coming future. The reality of with a store like this is it's such a long-term game that I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get to the next level. We've been doing this for about 4 years now, and it's still quite early to make any real long-term judgments about this place. And I don't want to say we're at a plateau, because it's still so new to say, but to be honest with you, last year and this year are pretty much very, very similar. Mind you, last year we were crazy busy because everyone was panic buying, no one was going to the big stores. And for us to equal out to a crazy off year with the pandemic and being at the same level, I think we're doing something right, because most of your stores that you've seen last year were doing 3-4 times their amount of sales, and now they really dropped. So us being at the same level as the panic year that we had, where everyone was buying and hoarding food and buying tons of cans and toilet paper, sales were crazy in grocery, and for us to keep that level, I think we should be pretty satisfied with that basic statistic. For all expenses on this year were basically our usual rent, our inventory, our waste, our salaries, our paying our hydro bill. The regular operating costs are what we mainly were paying this year, and it left us with the very same salary we had last year, which isn't bad. We're not expecting to grow our salary every single year. If we wanted to, I guess we could take a little bit more money out of the business, but as I mentioned in other videos, we really don't need the money right now for anything. And basically it was a ordinary year, and we didn't really do too much. Maybe Felicia has an idea. I'm going to bring her on camera. Well, we really have changed one thing. We really got more organized on where inventory goes and theming items together. Like, if you're going to do jams, you go with peanut butter, bread, and all that stays together, granola, breakfast items together. You really will find a way to set that all up, but that's really kind of what we focus on, just organizing the store better this year. It seems like the days just keep flying by. The days feel long, but I'm telling you, the years in this business feel so short. We are coming up on our 4th year in this business, and I can tell you, when I signed the lease, it was a 5-year lease. It didn't feel like this day would ever come, where I'm looking at having to re-sign for another 5 years, or whatever we want to do, 3 years, 2 years. or possibly expanding into a larger space. I never thought this day would come when I signed the lease on January 1st, 2018. I never thought this day would come so quick. I know it was coming. Like, I didn't think I was gonna, die or something between this day and the lease ending. But it just seemed like such a far distance away. And then here we are, having to decide if we want to sign up for another 5 years in this space. Make a pretty big decision in the next 6 months, I would say. Our landlord will want to know in about 6 months if we're going to be taking on another 5 years of this business, or 2 to 3. But I'm assuming we won't be going anywhere for a while, regardless of what happens. It's a pretty strong, stable business. Obviously, we'd love to do more. We'd love to be able to be busier, to hire a couple part-time people. But as for now, we're okay doing what we're doing. We're pretty satisfied, I would say, with how everything went this year. And hopefully we can do some more improvements and upgrade the store a little more than we did this year. Thanks for watching this video. As always, I hope we gave you a little bit of an inside scoop on what it's like to be a small business owner in 2021 with everything else going on. Have a great day, have a great night, and subscribe if you're still here.